A former Senate staffer for Joe Biden, Tara Reade, claims that he sexually assaulted her in 1993 in the Capitol when Biden was a senator. Biden's campaign says this absolutely did not happen. This isn't the first time Reade has made an allegation against Biden, though it is the first time she's made such a serious one. Last year, as Biden was preparing to run for president, about half a dozen women accused Biden of touching them in a way that made them feel uncomfortable.
And the boundaries of protecting personal space have been reset. And I get it. And I'll be much more mindful. That's my responsibility.
Reade was one of those women, but in interviews with The Post and other outlets, she did not mention or hint at anything more serious. Since she made her sexual assault allegation, The Post and the New York Times have published investigative reports about this. Both reports have found a friend who anonymously corroborated Reade's story, but they also find half a dozen to a dozen former staffers who do not recall something like this, or who said they outright didn't hear about an allegation taking place, despite Reade saying she told them. Biden responded to the allegation in an interview on MSNBC on May 1st.
Would you please go on the record with the American people? Did you sexually assault Tara Reade?
No, it is not true. I'm saying unequivocally, it never happened. And it didn't. It never happened.
He urged the National Archives, where he says his personnel records would be located, to release anything related to Tara Reade, saying he's confident there's no complaint about him in there. In the past few days, calls for Biden to respond have been elevated after new details related to the claim, including a CNN clip that resurfaced from 1993 in late April, have risen.
Besides go to the press.
A woman calls into the show and says her daughter is having unspecified problems with a prominent U.S. senator and asks for help.
And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
Reade hears the clip and says that it is her mother who died in 2016. A couple days after that, Reade's former neighbor in California, who lived next door to Reade a couple years after Reade left Washington, D.C., says that she did hear Reade tell her about a sexual assault by Biden. She says she remembers hearing Reade tell her exactly what Reade has alleged Biden did to her. There's an emerging rift in the Democratic Party about how to address this. 2 years earlier, when Brett Kavanaugh was facing an assault allegation during his confirmation to the Supreme Court, Democrats, including Joe Biden, said that women who make such claims should be presumed to be telling the truth.
Why is it real for Dr. Ford, but not for Tara Reade?
Because the facts are, look, I'm not suggesting she had no right to come forward. And I'm not saying any woman, they should come forward. They should be heard. And then it should be investigated. The truth matters. It's period. I fought my entire life to change the whole notion of the law and the culture around sexual assault. And I fought to strengthen and protect the process for survivors.
This is all happening 6 months before the presidential election, where Democrats want to contrast themselves with Trump in every way, especially his character. The president has been accused by more than a dozen women of groping or even sexual assault.
So it could be false accusations. I know all about false accusations. I've been falsely charged numerous times.
Leading Democratic women in the party are appearing to do a delicate dance about how to address this, saying that they believe Tara Reade should be heard.
I have complete respect for the whole Me Too movement. I have 4 daughters.
But also appearing to give Biden the benefit of the doubt.
Joe Biden is Joe Biden.
Looking at his long record of working to pass legislation like the Violence Against Women Act.
He is the personification of hope and optimism and authenticity. So I want to remove all doubt in anyone's mind. I have great comfort level with the situation as I see it, with all the respect in the world for any woman who comes forward, with all the highest regard for Joe Biden. And that's what I have to say about that. Thank you.